It is Monday, April 6th, 7 a.m. And been in the Philippines this is our 11th day. And I'm out here for my morning walk. And I'm filming it because this is kind of special because this is our last day here in our subdivision because we fly out tomorrow evening. So I'm gonna go for another walk, but in a different area that I have not walked to in a long time. And I'm gonna record it. So, and later today, we're gonna head over to the city of Manila because we are in Quezon City, where I live, where we have this house. And then in Quezon City, from Quezon City, we're gonna go to a hotel in Manila, and so that we will be near the airport. So that is the goal during this trip, so that we can at least enjoy some of the amenities there, like swimming pools, this and that. Maybe hopefully they have a sauna. It's one of the nicer hotels in Manila, and I will record that also, do a little tour. So that is the goal, and so I'm taking advantage of it. That this is the final morning here for this trip, so at least record in my subdivision. I'm going to walk into that street. I haven't walked there since at least 2019, and I'm like, let me capture that on video, see what it looks like. The other day, during my last walk 2 days ago, I went up to Spring Valley, and I have not walked. I don't think I've even ever walked that area because it's very high elevation, so it's very uphill. So I've always avoided that area. But I went for a walk there, and I wasn't recording, so that was a missed opportunity. Maybe I will swing by over there after this street that I'm headed to. All right, so let's get it on. All right, so this is our circle closest to our home right here. Okay. I typically start my way when I walk, start in that direction towards the water tank. It's a quieter end of the subdivision, but I want to explore that street that I mentioned that I have not walked to in a long time, since living here full time. It was 2019. Haven't walked there, so let me check it out. I don't even remember what it looks like. So this is our entrance to our subdivision. There's a lot of gates here, and this is one of them, but this is unattended. Okay, so let's go for a walk. All right, so this corner home right here on this street, it's very convenient. There's a sari store right here, little corner market. Okay. All right. So if you've catched my previous videos, I'm normally ending my walk coming from this direction. Like you see this home right there. I've recorded this, usually on my way back. Okay, the clubhouse is in that direction. Okay, but we are going to explore over here and then go back towards the clubhouse, towards Spring Valley. And we'll make it a point to record over there. So from the corner market, sari store, right here is the tricycles. So usually tricycles will park out here waiting for rides. Okay. These tricycles will take us to pretty much the end of the Phil Heights subdivision, Don Vicente way or road, one of those, or also all the way to the other development. We call it Veterans area. It's a more public area, lots of shops, laundromat. We went there yesterday for the laundromat, so we took our ride from a tricycle and took us all the way there. All right, so Spring Avenue and Breeza. So straight ahead, we'll exit our subdivision here, Spring Country. So we're gonna walk over. Is what I mentioned that I have not explored this area in quite a while. Okay. Oh, forgot to turn on my Strava. Let me turn on my Strava. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Let me go over here. Nice home, nice architecture right here. Check that out. Like that. This is a quieter street. Okay. Empty lot. There's some clothes right there, but this house doesn't seem occupied. Okay. Okay. Okay, interesting. You know, long time ago, we went for a walk, and I kind of remember the minions in this playground. They had these minions here. Still here. Okay, interesting. Okay, got a got a gym set up right over here. Of course, you have a loose dog. Okay, I'm gonna turn around from here. Okay, all right. Please help. Okay, so reading the sign posted on the tree. So whoever owns this lot have made this a public playground. It said that use at your own risk, keep the area clean, this and that. Hey, doggy. Hey, doggy. Okay, dead end street right there. You know, one thing I like about our area here, it's that it's still in Quezon City, on the outskirts of Quezon City, and we're just really minutes away from the city of Marikina and also the province of San Mateo, because San Mateo is outside of Metro Manila. Marikina is still in Metro Manila. So we are in Metro Manila. And it's still very green here. Okay. They are building this home right here. It says 2-story residential. It says Block 4, Lot 1, Felicidad Village. Is that what they call this area? We're going for a closer look. Interesting. Okay, it says it right there, rising in Spring Country Subdivision, which is where we're located. Interesting. Very nice, modern, very box-like. Interesting. Now look at this one. This one seems very similar to that one being constructed. Check it out. Nice, very nice. Okay. Hear that music? That's Zumba coming from the clubhouse. So we are walking past the clubhouse. So this is the gates, walls for the clubhouse. And up there's the swimming pool. Let me see if I can get a better angle. Now the pool is not in working condition. It is yeah, they're just not maintaining it anymore. Playground's there. Basketball court was right there, and the land shifted when the retaining wall, there's a creek right there, and the land shifted and it became unstable, and there was a collapse, fell apart. And those homes, there's across the creek, were shifted also. So I covered that in a previous video, and yeah, they're damaged. Must have felt like an earthquake if people were living inside. Okay, all right, keep it moving. All right. We haven't really covered that much ground. 0.3 miles so far on my watch here. I left a little bit before that, so not much. 9 minutes, so probably 10, 11 minutes. So I normally, when I would start, I would pretty much go the other way and I would come back here towards the clubhouse. But we are gonna walk through Spring Valley, which is the highest elevation here in this area. And I mentioned that earlier. I walked there 2 days ago and I didn't record it because I wasn't recording. But I'm gonna make it a point to walk over there and record. So just take another view where the creek side and where the walls collapsed, which damaged the basketball court, made it unstable, and these homes were affected as well. Okay. Now on this side of the creek, it's fine. The second bridge over is Lily Street, which I walked through a lot, and I mentioned in my previous video that the wall on the right side that I'm facing seems to be at an angle. And there's homes there and one's being actively built. So that's a bit sketchy. And on the left side wall on the creek that I'm facing, it seems to be slanted also. Man, that's tough. It's tough. Very concerning. And I mentioned before that even in the heaviest rains, we don't flood here because we're at such a high elevation, especially for our barangay, Bagong Silangan. We don't flood. Now, outside our subdivision and the main road that goes through the public areas of the barangay, and they're going downhill, they flood. They flood. It's very bad. During last July, when the few days before we were leaving to go back to the U.S., yeah, there was some nasty floods, and it flooded there. And I know some kids that were playing in the flood waters were swept away. Caught on video. Okay, so this is the circle. That's one of the guard gates. I walked there, yeah, 2 days ago, and I didn't film it. So, all right, so Spring Valley, Petunia. I'll capture some of that area on the way out. So this is the highest elevation here in the Spring Heights, Spring Country, Spring Valley area. Still a lot of land left, as you can see. Yeah, this is a nice looking home, very tall also, like at least 3 levels. Right here on my right, on the corner lot. Looks like it's finishing up. And straight ahead on the left, it's being actively built. Whew, man, take a look at this. Now, facing that circle, you get this view. All right. Yeah, this is a very large home right here on the right. Much like this one also. It's very large. Okay. Okay. Empty lot. Yeah. There we go. Check out this corner. Lot, empty field. And I really like it that instead of just grass, you have different types of trees growing. Yeah, one right there in banana trees. Okay, a type of palm tree over there, still green. Even here, looks like a large mango tree, mature mango tree right there. Yeah. Papayas right there. Nice. So this home right here, this is stock, one level with a rooftop. This is the same home that we had. Okay, this is what it looked like originally with the windows. We've upgraded our windows. We have a wall, but this is what it looks like. Unoccupied, maybe, who knows, maybe it's available for sale. Similar to this one. So when we bought our home in 2016, it was just like that. So when we bought it from Filinvest, they rehabilitated the home. So cleaned it up and painted it, made sure everything works before it was actually turned over to us. So for example, if you do buy this unit, if it's for sale, for example, the developer, which is Filinvest, which they would own it, right? They would rehab the home. That's what they did for us. So you're not going to buy it in this condition from the developer. You know, they'll give it to you pretty much brand new again. Okay. Nice, another home being constructed. I'm glad I was able to video this so I could rewatch this later on once I post it on YouTube, you know, and compare to see how it developed. Okay. Again, another home. Well, maybe someone lives here. I'm not sure. Not sure. Nice. Suzuki Grand Vitara. That was actually our last car here in the Philippines. We had one of those in black. Sold it right before I left. Okay, another mango tree. I love mangoes. Can definitely reach some of those. Oh, they have a jackfruit right here. Hello, Paul. Yeah, jackfruit. Look at that in the Bahay Kubo in the front. Nice jackfruits. Okay. Okay, so we're on Petunia. This is Tulip. Okay. All right. So empty lots now. These are still for sale, I'm sure. And we have the wall right there. So that is the edge of our subdivision. Beyond that wall is something else. And Okay, so during this whole stretch, this home is by itself, on the touching the wall, the outskirts of the wall. I think that's pretty neat because you're pretty much secluded by yourself. Feels very provincial. Okay, petunia, marigold. All right, downhill. Okay. Now let's check out this home right here. It's still being constructed right here in the outskirts of the wall. All right, I am 21 minutes into my morning walk. Final walk for during this visit. Okay, so these are two separate homes. Okay, nice, nice. Block 14, lot 29, Petunia Street, Spring Country Subdivision. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I walked past this home on the corner straight ahead 2 days ago, and it was pretty neat because I think it's a very good lot because you're by yourself. You have the corner, and it's built at a high elevation because it's kind of like a mountain. So past their little driveway, you're looking down. You have a view. And there's two homes right here. Let me see if I can take a peek. Let me just take a peek right here. Okay, you have that there. Nice, nice view. Looking down. Okay. All right. So we're at Petunia and Violet. Interesting. Yeah, this home may no longer be actively occupied. I mean, makes you wonder what happened to the owners. They just left it alone. You know, maybe moved overseas. They have a padlock. It's just a shame that they weren't able to maintain it while they're gone. All right. Okay. Okay, so we are approaching the end of the street, Petunia and Violet. I was here earlier when I started walking up towards Spring Valley. This is Spring Valley, and I pointed out this nice large home right here. So here we are, and we're gonna make a left to go back